So let me understand this, and maybe you can help me out here, guys. Alabama doesn't play last week, but the Crimson Tide, by sitting at home watching football, they move up in the latest edition of the college football postseason rankings. Now they're number 5. Meanwhile, TCU goes to West Virginia, wins in the elements in Morgantown, never an easy place to play, against a red hot West Virginia squad, and yet TCU is still behind Alabama. It kind of reminds me when Hall of Fame announcements are made in baseball. Guys that have been retired for, 14 years. One year, they're not good enough to make it. The next year, they suddenly gain election. What, did their stats change in retirement? I mean, other than their Social Security benefits, what changed? I just don't get it. And as I forewarned you when I did my video report on Sunday, following Saturday's college football results, I thought everybody was going to get on the Oregon bandwagon, move them into the top 4, which obviously they did move into the top 4, right behind Mississippi State, Florida State, and Auburn. And yet, did anybody notice that this is an Oregon team that couldn't stop California and Berkeley? Or actually, the game was in San Francisco at the 49ers Levi Stadium 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, it was entertaining. It was a barn burner, but Oregon can't play any defense. Don't you remember what the defense did against Arizona playing at home? I mean, okay, they beat Stanford. Oh, and they were in double revenge against Stanford. Oh, the Cardinal always had their number, but this year they got revenge. The Cardinals just a mediocre team this season, but Oregon suddenly is given bonus points and brownie points for winning that game. And it was a close game, late in the third quarter. And I look at these standings, and it's similar to what I also mentioned in my video report the other day about how in the NFL there was no lockdown defensive team. Well, look at college football and look at these top teams. Mississippi State, a decent defense, okay? And granted, I thought they did a very good job when they beat Auburn at closing the outside running lanes. Did not allow the Tigers to get to the sidelines and try to break any big runs. So they forced everybody inside. They did a good job. Florida State can't play any defense. Auburn can't play any defense. Oregon certainly can't play any defense. Alabama, this isn't the Alabama of a couple of years ago. This is an Alabama team that's getting the job done with its offense. TCU can't play any defense. Kansas State, a decent defensive team. But then again, who the hell have they played? Michigan State, sitting there at number 8. I'm telling you, of the top 10 teams, with Arizona State and Notre Dame rounding out the top 10, Michigan State has the best defense of every single one of those teams. But Michigan State gets no respect because it's coming into the Big Ten. Even though it went to Eugene, gave Oregon a good battle for half the game, because they haven't played anybody else, they're getting no respect. So I just don't get it. Last night didn't exactly work out the way I had planned. Gave you a free winner on the Washington Wizards, and then released my best bet on the Phoenix Suns, and gave that to you as the charity play of the week. Laying 6.5 and winning by 6. I would have rather have seen the Suns lose by 17, to be honest with you. That hurt. And it really hurt because I didn't win the charity play of the week for the second straight week personally, and for the 4th time in 5 weeks overall here at the site. So that blows doubly. Also last night, nobody won in college football. Other than Chris Jordan, just about every single handicapper was on Akron. Now listen, I am not the Mid-American Conference specialist, okay? When I see Mid-American Conference games on the schedule, I immediately jump to the next game. I just don't even handicap them. You are going to never find, probably, a Mid-American Conference play on Tuesday and Wednesday night for me, because I just don't like the league, and I could care less about the league, okay? That's the bottom line. Especially when there's basketball going on, I think that's where your easier money can be found. Yesterday, as I said, just about everybody was on Akron, including Gabriel DePon, who had a big 100-dime play. Of course, he had the 100-dime play on the Colts. On Monday night, had a 100-dime play last time on Akron. He went down in flames. Let's talk about tonight. We have, naturally, 2 more Mid-American Conference game. What? Isn't the Sun Belt Conference available to play tonight? I mean, can we get anything better? Shawn Michaels. What can I say? The winningest football handicapper at this site the past 5 years in football. That's college and pro football combined, making $10 bettors $31,300 in that span. But listen, he's been hot in all sports, because over the past 19 months in all sports, $10 bettors have made almost $25,000. Today, he's going for winning day number 119 out of 196, 50-dime Mid-American Conference Mismatch of the Year, Northern Illinois and Ball State. Matches the 50-dime play that you got from him, the Sunday night bailout on the Steelers, for $22, a savings of $77 off the regular price. Well, today you save $65. and you get to play for just 34 bucks by using coupon code MAC, M-A-C. And by the way, he also cashed in on Monday with that 100-dimer on the Colts, which you got as half price. FYI, little heads up here for you. Scott Delaney, a 100-dime, plays 67 and 41 run the past 3 years. He is on the opposite side of Shawn Michaels in this Ball State, Northern Illinois contest. $5 play of the day, Anthony Red, MAC total of the year on that game, Northern Illinois, Ball State, over under. It's a 60-dime college winner, number 4 in a row, and 5 out of 6. Coupon code is RED5. That's REDD and the number 5. And then another hot handicapper who I've spoken about many, many times here over the past 6 weeks, and for good reason. Matt Rivers today, going for winner number 12 out of 15 overall, top-rated 5,000-star NBA opening blowout of the year. You save $77. You get it for $22. Now, you may recall on Monday, you got his 500,000-star NBA tip-off opening game of the year, which he is now 8-2-1 with in his 11 years as a charter member of the site. How easy was that one? The Brooklyn Nets laying 6.5 at home. They beat up the Oklahoma City Thunder by 31 points. You got that winner for $19 today. Save $77. Get his latest winner, number 12 out of 15 overall. A rated 5,000-star play, just like the Nets were on Monday night, for just $22 by using coupon code MAT22. MAT22. So listen, guys, let me talk about that particular game as well here tonight. I mean, I'm looking at that game between Brooklyn and personally, could the Nets have a letdown? They could, but they're not coached by Jason Kidd anymore, so they have a real coach in Lionel Hollins. You have to be encouraged if you're a Brooklyn fan, only for the fact that Brook Lopez returned after a 10-month absence because of a broken foot and had a pretty damn good game against Oklahoma City. 18 points in 6 rebounds and 2 blocks. Now, granted, the Thunder were decimated by injuries and still are. I mean, when Perry Jones III was your leading scorer the previous 2 games coming into that one, and you're relying for Kendrick Perkins to give you 17 off the bench and your only win this season, and Steven Adams is your new starting center and a cast of thousands when you only have 8 or 9 healthy players available, I understand why the Nets won by 31 points in that contest. But I still like the dynamics here. I think the odds makers have overvalued Minnesota's relatively good start and undervalued the fact that this Nets team now with Lopez is a different animal. Let's face it, they are a totally different team when he's manning the center spot. Kevin Garnett swings over to the power forward spot. They have some depth. They have some talent. I don't think they're a necessarily great team. They put me in mind of a team in the Eastern Conference. It'll be a number 5 or 6 seed. Hey, for all the money they spent, that's not really that good. But there could be things that are worse. So I would go with Brooklyn tonight, laying the points at home. It's like 5.5, and that would be my free pick. In terms of the MAC, if you have a quarter, flip it, and then give me a call, and you can tell me whether it landed on heads or tails, because I have absolutely no idea. Matter of fact, Ball State and Northern Illinois, after researching the game, I can tell you a couple of things about these 2 teams. One, Ball State's place kicker is very consistent and one of the best in the country, while Northern Illinois' kicker, he's like 7 for 15 on the season. Both teams have defensive issues, especially at stopping the ball. Both teams can run the ball. Ball State the past 2 years blew halftime leads in both games and lost to Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois, I think, is on an 18-1 straight-up run in regular season action on the road. But, of course, Jordan Lynch is not the quarterback anymore, okay? Personally, I like Ball State a little in this game, but I wouldn't even venture that as a free pick. I'm just telling you, I handicapped the game, and I still have no clue. There's only a limit that you can learn in a couple of hours researching these 2 teams. So, again, I would lean toward Ball State, but I'd rather see if you're going to use a free pick, go with the Brooklyn Nets and the NBA. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again on Thursday when we do this one more time. A little NFL action, a little college football action the next couple of days here coming up. Talk to you then.